שהיום נספר לשכחה, הפחד זוחל מתחת לשמיכה, הם אחד לשני כל הכוח שנשאר. אז בחלום כמעט עולה הבוקר, כל כך הרבה בדיוק יש בעולם ובתוכי, רק התקווה תאיר אותי בחושך, אני רואה, אני שומע, אני גש ושר נפתח בלב אל האושר.
בקרוב, אולי אחרי החגים, מי יודע, מי יודע, אולי במקרה כשכבר לא תצפה, מי יודע, מי יודע, בדלת הזו ומחוץ לחלום, עוד הכל מחכה, בבוקר אחד או בערב כמו זה, אתה בטח תראה, תשאל אז הלב יענה. ובלילה, בלילה, בשעות הקטנות, התפילות הפשוטות מבקשות, בלילה, בלילה, לחכות לתשובות כדי למצוא סיבה לקוות, לחכות לתשובות כדי למצוא סיבה לקוות.
All right. Good evening, everyone. All right, welcome to Avirah's second end-of-year showcase. My name is Hannah Wiseman, and I am Avirah's artistic director, and I am beyond excited and extremely proud to present the work that we've put together for you tonight. In my 2 years as artistic director, I have been so impressed by Avirah's growth. This year, we set an ambitious goal to learn 2 original choreographies and perform at all 3 Northeast Israeli dance festivals. Go ahead, please. And we did all of it while remaining our one big mishpacha, which means family. This goal would have been impossible if it weren't for the dedication of the dancers of Avirah 2018-2019. Give them a round of applause. These dancers have spent countless hours learning choreography and rehearsal, practicing on their own, and they've worked tirelessly to fundraise, and really without them, none of this would have been possible. And beyond all of that, we've been able to do all of this and uphold this incredibly strong family where we always have each other's backs. It's really, really, really remarkable. And so as a tribute to our growth and our enormous presence within this community, we've titled this showcase, Hineini, Here I Am. And our first piece tonight was premiered during this festival season, and it is called Hora Ma'aretz and was choreographed by Aliza Silverman and Miratesh.
I need to waste some time talking to you all right now because we need some time to change. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my personal experience in Avirah. So last year I transferred to UMD, and I was like, wow, I'm a transfer student and I don't know anyone. So then I was just on the campus website looking for clubs to join, and I saw Avirah. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. And I auditioned, and that is one of the best decisions I've ever made because it is such a family, and everyone is just so welcoming. And it's really cool to do Israeli dance, too. So why not? So I think I have sufficiently taken up enough time that I will now read you about this next piece. So the piece you just saw performed was a traditional hora. Horas are the open arms of the Israeli dance community and welcome all who want to join and learn. Hora ma'aretz, hora from the land, deepens Avirah's roots with the state of Israel and original Israeli folk culture. Through this suite, we open our arms to welcome a diverse group of dancers into the wider Israeli dance community created by those first horas. Mira and Eliza conceptualized this dance while they were abroad in Israel last spring. It embodies traditional aspects of the hora that began in the early kibbutzim and continue to define Israeli dance today. The next dance we will perform is a revival of an Avirah suite that was premiered at the 2015 festivals, Ma'amina, choreographed by Avirah's former president, Katie Friedman, and Avirah's former artistic director, Katie Hamelberg. We'd like to give a huge shout out to Katie Friedman for coming in to teach us this suite. Please enjoy Ma'amina.
המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, יברך את הנערים ויקרא בהם שמי. בשם אבותיי, בשם אבותיי, אברהם ויצחק, ויתגו לרוב, ויתגו לרוב, בקרב בשם אבותיי, בשם אבותיי.
Hi, I'm Mira.
And I'm Moshe.
And while Avirah does a quick costume change, we are very excited to introduce the other group joining us today. Yesodot is the only high school Israeli dance troupe in the DC area. For so many reasons, Avirah would not exist today without the foundation set by Yesodot. Our founders are Yesodot alumni. Many Yesodot dancers come and join and even choreograph for Avirah. And Yesodot's constant support helps keep Avirah up and running.
Yesodot's first piece is their flower dance, choreographed by Pepe Strauss and Racheli Katz. In addition to creating an Israeli style and sound, Israel's musicians have made significant contributions to classical, jazz, pop rock, and other international music genres. A number of young musicians traveled to South America and Spain in the late 1960s and brought back Latin rhythms, which became a force in popular music through the 1970s. The Flower Dance is a collection of Latin and Spanish-influenced songs to celebrate those Olim Chadashim, who brought dances such as salsa and flamenco into new Israeli folk dance. Here is Yesodot with Flower Dance.
אני אשתגע שתאמר שלום, אני לא מבינה איך הגעתי עד הלום, כי אם תרצה ללכת זה יהיה גיהנום מושלם, קשה יותר ממוות זה יהיה סוף העולם. אני אשתגע שתאמר שלום, אני לא מבינה איך הגעתי עד הלום, כי אם תרצה ללכת זה יהיה גיהנום מושלם, קשה יותר ממוות זה יהיה סוף העולם. סיוט כזה עולה על כל דמיון, בו ויחד נעצור את השעון, זוהי אהבה שאין בה היגיון, זוהי אהבה שתיגמר בביזיון. אני לא יכולה לישון באיזה שיגעון, מחניק לי בגרון, אתה ראשון היית ותהיה האחרון. סיוט כזה עולה על כל דמיון, בו ויחד נעצור את השעון, זוהי אהבה שאין בה היגיון, זוהי אהבה שתיגמר בביזיון. אני לא יכולה לישון באיזה שיגעון, מחניק לי בגרון, אתה ראשון היית ותהיה האחרון. אני אשתגע שתאמר שלום, אני לא מבינה איך הגעתי עד הלום, אם תרצה ללכת זה יהיה גיהנום מושלם, קשה יותר ממוות זה יהיה סוף העולם. אני אשתגע שתאמר שלום, אני לא מבינה איך הגעתי עד הלום, אם תרצה ללכת זה יהיה גיהנום מושלם, קשה יותר ממוות זה יהיה סוף העולם. סיוט כזה עולה על כל דמיון, בו ויחד נעצור את השעון, זוהי אהבה שאין בה היגיון, זוהי אהבה שתיגמר בביזיון. אני לא יכולה לישון באיזה שיגעון, מחניק לי בגרון, אתה ראשון היית ותהיה האחרון. סיוט כזה עולה על כל דמיון, בו ויחד נעצור את השעון, זוהי אהבה שאין בה היגיון, זוהי אהבה שתיגמר בביזיון. אני לא יכולה לישון באיזה שיגעון, מחניק לי בגרון, אתה ראשון היית ותהיה האחרון.
ברצלונה, עיר בספרד מספרים, קיים אדם אלמוני משכונת פרברים, תימהוני שברח בחוכמה ובחן, עם גיטרה ביד אוהב לנגן, עם סומבררו רחב שוליים כחול, ידיי חושטת אליי ויצאת במחול, ובקצה הבמה התיישב הזקן, עם גיטרה ביד הוא אהב לנגן, הוא לבש בולרו ומעיל מרופט וחבש סומבררו כמו שאת, וניגן רומנסרות ברינה בחדווה ועולה טוררו. הוא היה אגדה ולפתע פצח בשירה אדירה שאת קולו הניחר הסעירה, ועצם אליו ופרט במיתרים בקצב עתיק ומטריף סניוריטה.
קוראים לה ירדנה, ישנה ממנה, הגיעה דנה ירדנה מחוף אכזיב, יפה ירדנה, שושן צבע דם, חזה מפואר לה, ומותן קוצר לה, אגן ירחיים נהדר, בקעה והר, ואורך רגליים, לעד השמיים, חיוך ושיניים, פנינים באוצר, היא באה פתאום, מתוך העבר, היא רגע היום, והיא רגע מחר, אוהב ושונא לה, וקצת מקנא לה, יודע שאין לה תקנה, וזה נגמר. זוכר את הקסם, זוכר את החסד, זוכר גם את הנורא ואת המר. קוראים לה ירדנה, ישנה בינינה, הגיעה דנה ירדנה מרחוב אכסי, יפה ירדנה, לדרדפנה, מחר אמצענה ברחוב תל אביב. נגמר לי הסוס, הרי זה נקרא, ישמור לי אלי את אותה נערה, שלום לירדנה, תמיד אזכרנה, לטוב ולרע אותה אזכור לעולמי. עכשיו אל החופש, עכשיו אל הנופש, עכשיו אל האופק הרחב, אל קץ הימים. היא באה פתאום מתוך העבר, היא רגע היום והיא רגע מחר. היא רודפת וגורפת, מחשפת וגורפת, שורפת ושוטפת וחושפת ועוטפת, בראשה משגעת, מפתה ומנוגעת, נבונה היא פוגעת לעולם. היא רודפת וגורפת, מחשפת וגורפת, היא שורפת ושוטפת וחושפת ועוטפת, בראשה משגעת, מפתה ומנוגעת לעולם. קוראים לה ירדנה, ישנה בינינה, הגיעה דנה ירדנה מרחוב אכסי, יפה ירדנה, לדרדפנה, מחר אמצענה ברחוב תל אביב.
Hello. Hi, my name is Sarah Paley, Avirah's current president and incoming president. Israeli folk dance has two main elements, choreography and harkada. Both of the pieces you've seen so far are original choreographies, choreographed by members or directors of each troupe for their specific group. Harkada, however, is communal folk dance. All over the world, choreographers create dances to Israeli songs to share at Israeli dance workshops, sessions, and in their communities. This means that if you come to one of our open dancing sessions and learn a harkada dance, you could go anywhere in the world, and if that song came on, you would already know the dance. Our next piece is what we called a harka dance, which is exactly what it sounds like, a mashup of several different harkada songs with the original harkada choreographies. Here's Eliza Mintz and Jonah Tash to talk about their arrangement.
Thanks, Sarah. This next dance is called Rikud HaRuach, which can mean dance of the wind or spirit. The first song, Nishima, or breathing, is a reminder to just breathe because no matter where life takes you, everything will turn out all right.
Next is Marchil Mechadash, or Start Anew, which is about getting that much-needed fresh start. And finally, Rikud HaShvatim, or Dance of the Tribes, is an Avirah favorite that we can't help but to dance along to when it comes on. Each song brings a new spirit with it to create Rikud HaRuach.
עוד קול קורא לך מהמרחקים שומעת, אל תשאלי לאן מסתובבת בעולם, את משתנה ואת עדיין הילדה של הבא. חברים לך יחכו, קחי לך עוד אוויר לנשימה, מסתובב לך הראש ואת לא מבינה, שק שינה ותמיל מול הים הגדול, נשימה, את שולחת חיבוק אל הים התיכון, שק שינה ותמיל מציירת בחור, שיהיה רק
מחדש, רץ לי אל הדרך, לא עוצם יותר את העיניים, שרפתי כבר יותר מדי זמן, לחכות בחושך שעלי יאיר. היום אני אשטוף את הדמעות, אחייך אלייך, אהיה כל מה שתבקשי ארקוד, בתוך שדה של בשורות טובות, שם מחכה לך אהובתי. היום אני מבטיח אכתוב לך פרח, היום אשיב את כל הזמן שעבד, היום אחזור אלייך יותר מאושר, בזכותך אני עוד שר ומנגן, היום אני מתחיל מחדש.
הנה זה בא, מכניס את הנפש של המילים, הנה זה בא, מכניס את הרגש למצבים, במה אתם עוסקים, אוספים נכסים, אני נוגע בחושים, משנה חיים, מרים חיוכים, הדרך לפסגה היא ארוכה ומייגעת, הנפילה קצרה היא גם כואבת ופוגעת, אין לדעת מה יהיה מחר או מחרתיים, אז נמות על הרגליים, לא נחיה על הברכיים, קורא לכם החי אתם שומעים אז תענו לי, אני קורא לכם החי אתם שומעים אז תענו לי.
Hi everyone, I'm Deborah. I'm Avirah's incoming treasurer for this next fall. The next piece, choreographed by our very own Hannah Wiseman and Adina Schwartz, is called Lakum, which means to rise or to stand up. This suite was premiered last year at the 2018 festivals. Lakum is about radiating confidence as we take steps towards the group that we strive to become. Beginning with Ktsat Meshugat, we establish and welcome that everyone sees themselves as a little bit crazy. Then, in Bat Soaniyah, we learn how to stand up and soar with the trust and support from our community. Finally, in my favorite piece, Balagan, we establish how our individual chaos can transform into a group celebration. This dance is really a lot of fun, and it brings a lot of my favorite moves. And as you'll see, there's a really cool part in it that I am excited to show all of you guys. And finally, this has really cool parts that I think exemplify the name Lakum. I don't want to spoil too much, so you'll see in a minute what that means. All right, Avirah's excited to present Lakum.
אני קצת משוגעת חושבים שאני קצת משוגעת.
ככה לכאוב בצועניה ילדת הרחוב עגילי זהב נופלים להישרך לא חשים לחייך איך הרוח מתרחקת וחוזרת שוב אלייך את לא רואה את עצמך איך עיניים את עוצמת מסתגרת ונשמרת רק פתחי את ליבך קומי צאי אל האור אלייך אז מי יגיע לראות פנייך זוכרות כן שמש עולה בעינייך כבר לא נשאר אתמול איך הרוח מתרחקת וחוזרת שוב אלייך את לא רואה את עצמך איך עיניים את עוצמת מסתגרת ונשמרת לא רואה את עצמך קומי צאי אל האור אלייך אז מי יגיע לראות פנייך זוכרות כן שמש עלה בעינייך כבר לא נשאר אתמול
אתה נותן לי סימנים ופתאום מרפא כבר הבנתי את הכללים במשחק הזה ואני כמו חוט ארוך נקשרת מסביבך מנסה להתרחק אי אפשר להתרח בלב יש טובים שמתגברים הקצב עולה מבפנים בלגן, 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 בלגן בגללך הטובה משחק אותה נסיך על סוס לבן בלגן, 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 בלגן רק איתך אתה עושה לי בלגן בלגן, 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 בלגן בגללך אתה בא משחק אותה נסיך על סוס לבן בלגן, 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 בלגן רק איתך אתה עושה לי בלגן בלגן אני קצת משוגעת
Hi, my name is Elisa Silverman. Most of you probably think that Avirah began in 2013, but actually, you would be wrong. The Avirah we are performing in today is a revival of what we call Avirah 1.0. Avirah 1.0 was started in 1997 and continued through the mid-2000s. Keep that in mind as Adina Schwartz, one of Avirah's co-presidents, introduces the next piece.
Thanks. All right. Thanks, Eliza. The next piece is another harka dance, but this one has extra special history. Whew. Recently, we were very lucky to have been gifted some DVDs from Avirah 1.0 performances. From those DVDs, I learned and taught their arrangement of a harka dance to Mocher Prachim, originally arranged by Avi Stock and Maury Kaplan. and last performed on this stage at Avirah 1.0's showcase in the year 2000. This one goes out to Rebecca Hofberg-Phillips, Rebecca Iskow-Turid, Laura Menyuk, and any other 1.0 members in the audience today. How are we doing, guys? Okay. Okay, we're good, great.
محبي غيرك لو يقطعوني محبي غيرك لو يقطعوني وإلهي مخر إبراهيم بخمازة الشوشانة وإلهي مخر إبراهيم بخمازة الشوشانة إيدي إله وبمشكة ודודי מלראשונה אידי אלה ובימשקה ודודי מלראשונה
סוג שדיה כבר רבים הם מסתודדים אלי ורוח סוג שדיה כבר רבים הם מסתודדים אלי ורוח הנח ידך כמה שלי ועזור לה לשכוח הנח ידך כמה שלי ועזור לה לשכוח געלי אוזנך ואלחש לך סוד בלט יפתי געלי אוזנך ואלחש לך סוד בלט ולויברח בלבך ואהיה לך למשלט ולויברח בלבך ואהיה לך למשלט יפתי געלי אוזנך ואלחש לך סוד בלט יפתי געלי אוזנך ואלחש לך סוד בלט
Hello. Hi, I'm Rena, and I'm the PR chair for Avirah. Next up, we have our second and final piece by Yesodot. Khan was choreographed by Pepe Strauss and was premiered at the DC Israeli Dance Festival in 2012. Sorry. This piece of music is a modern take on a classic patriotic Israeli song expressing the pride of the Israelis who were born and grew up in the land of Israel and helped to form the country that exists today. Thank you so much to Yesodot for performing with us. Avirah would not exist without you, so we are thankful that you could join us for our second annual showcase.
כאן
חברים איתם גדלתי, ואין לי שום מקום אחר בעולם, אין לי שום מקום אחר בעולם.
כאן ביתי פה אני שיחקתי בשפלה אשר על גב ההר,
כאן מן הבאר שתיתי מים ושתלתי דשא במדבר,
ושתלתי דשא במדבר. כאן נולדתי, כאן נולדו לי ילדיי, כאן בניתי את ביתי בשתי ידיי, כאן גם אתה איתי וכאן כל 1000 ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סוף לימודיי. כאן גם אתה איתי וכאן כל 1000 ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סוף לימודיי.
כאן את כל שיריי אני ניגנתי, והלכתי במסע לילי, כאן בנעוריי אני הגנתי על חלקת האלוהים שלי, על חלקת האלוהים שלי.
כאן נולדתי, כאן נולדו לי ילדיי, כאן בניתי את ביתי בשתי ידיי,
כאן גם אתה איתי וכאן כל 1000 ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סוף לימודיי.
כאן גם אתה איתי וכאן כל 1000 ידידיי, ואחרי שנים 2000 סוף לימודיי.
שנים 2000 סוף לימודיי.
כאן גם אתה איתי וכאן כל 1000 ידידיי,
ואחרי שנים 2000
סוף לימודיי. כאן
Hello? Is it on now? Great. Hi, everybody. I'm Jessica. I'm Avirah's other co-president. And so last year, as a bit of a joke, I was like, hey, Hannah, what if we were to choreograph a piece to the Disney Channel original movie, High School Musical? And at first she thought it was ridiculous, then with the help of Rebecca Magazine, the idea stuck. So if you were here last year, you might remember the greatest suite that Avirah has ever performed, the High School Musical parody. Don't tell Hannah, but we all know it's the best. So it went so well, in fact, that we decided to make it a bit of a tradition. So here's Molly and Ara to tell you what they did for this year's parody suite.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ara, and I'm Molly Goldstein. And this next piece you're going to see tonight is the parody dance that we put together. Inspired by the magic that imbues every Avirah rehearsal, we hope that you will enjoy just how fun dancing can be.
Please enjoy this year's parody, When You Wish Upon a Avirah.
Under the sea, when the sun music to me. What do they got? A lot of sand. We got a hot Cartesian band. Each little clown here know how to jam there under the sun.
Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters? And I asked for sons. You're the saddest bunch I ever met. But you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in my let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. The wind might sail on the sea stays behind me. One day I'll know how far I'll go.
Thanks. Before our last dance, we're going to do a little bit of senior recognition because we do have 3 seniors who are going to be graduating this year. So I am the Colonel Internal Relations Chair on the Avirah board, and that basically means that I get to organize all of the fun bonding things that aren't strictly related to dancing and performing, like these senior presentations. Anyways, a few weeks ago, I sent out a form asking people if they would like to write speeches or make collages for any of the seniors. And let me tell you, a lot of people said that they wanted to write about Eliza Silverman. And so I was like, oh no, stress, how do I choose one? And I was like, wait, this means I can personally have the honor of writing for Eliza, then I don't have to choose. Sneaky, right? But all of the eager people wanting to write for Eliza made me realize just how missed she is going to be next year. So I decided to ask our Mishpach Avirah what they will miss most about Eliza. Oh, no. Within seconds, Deborah responded. Her humor and her laugh, because it is so contagious. And this is just so true. Eliza truly lights up the room. She has a one-of-a-kind sense of humor and can make you smile in mere seconds. I know that on more than one occasion, I have walked into rehearsals in a less than stellar mood for whatever reason, only to find myself laughing and in a great mood because of something Eliza said or did. Pink pajamas, penguins on the bottom, fudge, beautiful metaphor men. The list of cute inside jokes goes on and on with Eliza. Mira said, Eliza is always ready to dance. When she's tired or been at a marathon for 7 hours, her desire to keep dancing is really admirable. Not because she feels obligated to, but because it's her passion. This is also wildly true. Eliza is so passionate about Israeli dance, and that passion has been such an asset to Avirah. She knows literally every Hakadah dance under the sun, and she always gives 100% effort in every rehearsal. She choreographed this year's Hora, which you saw earlier, and did an amazing job prepping us to kick butt at 3 festivals. As a dancer, she is a truly awe-inspiring person. Along similar lines, Sarah contended that she will miss her going dancing buddy because 4 hours of rehearsal a week just isn't enough for Eliza. She often goes dancing in the DC community during the week and has a great time and also spreads a great Avirah reputation by doing so. Now also seems like a good time to make a shout out to all the efforts that Eliza has made to connect Avirah with the greater Israeli dance community through her position as Rikudei Tzav chair and also by going dancing. I do have to say, though, that I think Jessica's response was my favorite. I will miss her passion for pockets. This made me actually laugh out loud because it just goes to show you what a wonderful, lighthearted person Eliza is. Little things such as pockets give her tremendous joy. After reading everyone's heartfelt responses, I was left asking myself what I would miss most about Eliza. The answer is having such a wonderful friend around. She is always there, always ready for an adventure, always willing to talk, always knows when to be serious, when to be goofy. She's the perfect friend, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. As Eliza's determining where she will be next year, I hope all the best for her and that she ends up in the place of her dreams. But the selfish part of me hopes that somehow she ends up in DC so that she's always around and we can still be surrounded by her unparalleled personality and amazing presence. Eliza, you are such a fantastic dancer and an even better person. I love you so much, and we will all miss you so much. And we have for you a collage. She's blind without her glasses, but she'll look at it later.
Rena Goldman. Much like Adina to this year's freshman, you started out as a story that I had been told, to whom I could not put a face, when I first joined Avirah last year. But when you did come back from Italy, you immediately accepted all the new pledges into the Mishpach Avirah. Now, some of them you already knew, and some, like myself, were strangers to you as much as you were a stranger to them. When I first heard you were from California, my first thought was, does she know West Coast swing? Time and time again, I tried to dance West Coast swing with you, but the timing was never right. To this day, I still don't know if you know West Coast swing, but if that is a secret that you would like to keep, far be it from me to try to force you to share it. My best memory with you has got to be when we were at New York Festival, the last of 3 that we attended this year. No one else was willing to get up early to pick up bagels for the troupe, so it was just you and me. After we left the bagel place, you were complaining about the servers in it. I thought you were only allowed to complain about New York bagels if you were from New Jersey or New England. We still had some time and didn't have much energy, so we stopped to get coffee. I remember you told me about how you didn't like Starbucks while we sat and drank Starbucks. And if that isn't the most SoCal thing I've heard, then I don't know what is. I think you might be the first person who wasn't shocked or surprised when I told them I was taking 19 credits this semester. You've matched at least that every semester, and you've been at it longer than me. Yet that doesn't stop you from doing so much for Avirah, particularly in bringing our social media presence to a whole new level. As PR chair, you've made an amazing website, you've run our troop Instagram at AvirahUMD, and you've designed our awesome new swag for this year. You've opened your home to Avirah Bake Sale Prep and our annual Thomas Jefferson Pajama Party. You truly have been an inspiration and an integral part of mine and everyone else's Avirah experience. While we hate to see you go, we know that you will be moving on to greater things, and we wish you all the mazal in the world. Stay in touch, and as we say at the conclusion of the Seder, next year in LA.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Adina Schwartz.
And I'm Mira Tash.
And we're here to tell you about the lovely Jessica Morris. But at first, we're going to give you this so you can hold it and not feel awkwardly just standing there. She's a photo collage master, so it was really high stakes. If you don't already know who Jessica is, you can always find her in the group because she's the tall one. But her height isn't the only thing that makes Jessica stand out from the crowd. She is a kind, giving, High School Musical loving, water bottle carrying, supportive, tie-dye enthusiast. And now, in true Jessica fashion, we will tell you a story about her that we wrote incredibly last minute. I was first introduced to Jessica my senior year of high school at the DC Israeli Dance Festival. I was dancing in Yesodot when I went over to Katie Friedman, and she pointed at Jessica and said, "The tall one with the purple hair. That's Jessica. She's cool. Next year when you come to Maryland, you guys will be friends."
In a similar manner, I met Jessica my first Shabbat on campus. After a breakdown at the freshman welcome with President Lowe, I arrived at Hillel and ran into Katie Friedman. She pointed out Jessica and said, "That's Jessica. She's an Avirah and you're going to be friends." As it would happen, Katie was quite correct, and Jessica and I became close friends. Each Friday night after Shabbat services, what would become known as the OG Shabbos crew was formed. Adina and I would walk back with Jessica to her semi-suite in Prince Frederick and spend the nights talking and just generally having quality friendship time. Hanging out together, doing homework, and watching movies extended to days other than Friday nights, and by then we were sure Jessica was sticking around.
The moment that I knew Jessica and I would be best friends was my freshman year when around 11 p.m. on a Wednesday night, she called me. She had tickets to see Ingrid Michaelson in concert the following day, and one of her friends had just bailed. She knew I didn't have class Fridays and wanted to know if I wanted to buy her ticket. I had mentioned maybe once or twice that I liked Ingrid Michaelson, but she had remembered and thought to call me. This was the birth of our matching chili sweatshirts. And our first discovery that we had the exact same taste in music. The rest of this discovery came when the three of us went to the Philly Dance Workshop, and on the drive home, while Mira slept in the back seat, we discussed everything under the sun, from music to deep, intense conversations about the labels we choose to label ourselves with.
Our freshman year, that year that Jessica lived in Prince Frederick, I felt like I just about lived there too. It was clear that we were best friends by then, so naturally common courtesy went out the door. I invited myself over all the time, and I remember one Sunday during Pesach sitting in the beanbag that sat in Anat's room and eating just plain matzah while I worked on the Disability and Media's project that Jessica is actually working on right now. Our ability to just spend time doing nothing so clearly showed the signs of a true friendship. This outlines Jessica's warmth and generosity. Not only did Adina spend one night on that semi-suite's air mattress, but one of my friends, who Jessica had never met, had a final late at night and early the next morning over on South Campus, and Jessica graciously agreed to host her for a night as well.
Our sophomore year, when Mira and I lived in a ground floor suite in Harford Hall, which was, to put it frankly, basically a dungeon, Jessica was always happy to have us over whenever we wanted to hang out, use her kitchen, or just get some sunlight.
The first semester of that year, Jessica and I, what we both initially thought was both of us, were preparing to study abroad the next semester. Though in the end, it wasn't the right opportunity for Jessica, she sat with me for nights, reminding me that it was the right choice for me, and that she and the rest of Avirah and UMD would be waiting for me when I got back.
After Amira abandoned us for Israel, I spent even less time in our dungeon. One night, when I was feeling kind of I texted Jessica at 1 a.m. to see if she was around, and she promptly invited me over for a sleepover.
This fall, Adina returned the favor and abandoned us for Denmark. While she was away, I had the absolute pleasure of seeing what Jessica and others had made Avirah while I had been away. There were bonding events, planned outings at festivals, and an end-of-the-year showcase. As it had been before, I called Jessica when I needed to talk. I could play host now, and Jessica would come over for lunch, and we'd talk about her plans for the future. And though with the craziness of a junior and senior schedule, sometimes our playdates needed to be planned, that doesn't make them any less important or appreciated.
Jessica, we love you so, so much, and we're going to miss you tons next year. And because we're really extra, if you couldn't already tell from our costumes, as Mira unsticks these things, and because you are extra sweet, we made you a message out of candy, which as Mira holds up, I'll read. Dearest Jessica, we simply love you to pieces. We may sometimes be airheads, but you're always there to show us the way. Your love for Avirah is outrageous, and we know you'll be here for us now and later. Love, your favorite nerds, M and A.
All right, this is on the wrong page. Okay, that's all right. All right, our final piece of this evening was also premiered at festivals this year. Hineini particularly marks our growth because it incorporates an arrangement of one of the first choreographies that this Avirah took to festival in 2014, called Apane Shema. Good Lord. I combined pieces of Apane Shema with my own choreography to Meteor to create Hineini, meaning, here I am. As Avirah has matured, we've overcome challenges to create an accepting, enthusiastic, and expressive atmosphere. In this choreography, we celebrate the resilience and joy that has brought us together as a family. And with that, I'm incredibly proud to present to you, Hineini.
סרט בלי מילה, כמו מתנגן למול עיניי, בא ושב אליי, ומילות תפילה מלטפות מחשבותיי, שוב על דל שפתיי. ואנחנו שטעינו, שהלכנו לאיבוד, שוב חודרים אל המובן, שוב אנחנו כאן, כמו מעיין בין הצבעים, כמו מטאור בין כוכבים, כמו אהבה לנצחבים, כמו דיכאון לשוכחים, כמו לשמש לחופים, כמו בוא הגשם לצמאים, שוב אנחנו כאן, שוב אנחנו כאן.
מתי לי תגידי שאת לצידי? מתי את תהיי כאן תמיד בשבילי? אני אחכה לך אבל זה מאוחר מדי. הנה אני כאן שוב בשבילך, רוצה לאחוז בכף ידך, רוצה להגשים לך את חלומך ולהיות שם בשבילך. נשמה כל כך קרובה, תישארי איתי ילדה, האהבה הראשונה שבחיי אזכור רק אותה. בנשמה כל כך קרובה, תישארי איתי ילדה, האהבה הראשונה שבחיי אזכור רק אותה. מתי לי תגידי שאת לצידי? מתי את תהיי עמוק בליבי? אני אחכה לך אבל את רחוקה מדי. הנה אני כאן שוב בשבילך, רוצה לאחוז בכף ידך, רוצה להגשים לך את חלומך ולהיות שם בשבילך. את בנשמה כל כך קרובה, תישארי איתי ילדה, האהבה הראשונה שבחיי אזכור רק אותה. בנשמה כל כך קרובה, תישארי איתי ילדה, האהבה הראשונה שבחיי אזכור רק אותה.
Okay, oh, great. Okay, you heard about how great I was for a while, but yeah. So on behalf of all of Avirah, we'd like to thank all of you for coming out today. Sorry to those of you that don't have chairs. That's like a really good problem to have, but sorry. So thank you to everyone who's bought our donuts, our baked goods, come to our open dance sessions, and listen to us talk constantly about Avirah. It means the world.
Additionally, we also want to thank SGA, Maryland Hillel, Jason Shipley Photography, Stamp Events Marketing and IT Services, Nicole from Just for Kicks, Megan from the Residence Inn in Watertown, Val from Sork, and all of you for help making this event come together for us today.
I also just want to extend one more huge thank you to Yesodot for coming with us tonight. It meant a lot to have for us to have you here. All right, wait. We have light refreshments provided by Hillel's Catering, so please stick around for some snacks and schmoozing.
So once again, thank you for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about Avirah or stay updated, feel free to visit our website, avirahumd.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for coming, and have a wonderful evening. Woo!